what the big deal about Cracker Jack is. Did you ever go and buy a pack of Cracker Jack thinking you're going to get a prize and find no prize in the box?
You got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me.
Freehand is beating his net at the plate. Crawford is over there watching. Good see, sir. You're in the wrong seat, buddy. Come on. Oh, I must be in the front row.
I guess we have to start with PCA getting his extension. It's his birthday today. Not only is it opening day, it's his birthday, and he was awarded $115 million in a 6-year deal for his birthday. So happy birthday, PCA. Jesus.
Is Rick Hahn the new GM of the Chicago Cubs?
This is eerily reminiscent of deals we talked about at length back in 2019 and 2020 for Yohan Moncada, Eloy Jimenez, and Luis Robert Jr. And I knew as soon as this came up that you would remember our long discussions, because this is kind of where I coined the term wrath of Hahn. Everything he touched turned to shit, because those deals kind of looked, I was questioning it, but there was logic behind them. At least is locking up your young players. If they all hit, you've got really good deals 6 years in the future. They'd be highly underpaid at that point, so the White Sox would be saving all sorts of money. That's the similar idea with this PCA deal for the Cubs. Details were just coming out this morning, just before we jumped on. It's a really backloaded deal. He's getting... it doesn't start until 2027, so that buys him out through 32, which means they're buying out his 4 remaining arbitration years, and then 2 years of free agency. He can become a free agent when he's age 31. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. The deal, I think it's the first 3 years there. It's only like $10 million a year. He got a $5 million signing bonus. And then it ramps up to $20 million a year. And I think the last 2 years he's making $30 million a year. That might be small potatoes 5-6 years from now. That might be, an average star contract might be $40 million for all we know, the way things are escalating. So yeah, we'll get to the Rick Hahn part of it, but the parallels. But I'm kind of surprised the Cubs are doing this at all right now with the looming labor strife on the horizon.
Yes.
This is kind of contrary to everything they've been doing. They've got so many free agents in 2027. Not many players are locked up beyond this season. It's kind of surprising they decided to lock up PCA. So I'm kind of questioning that. Maybe that's a good sign. As the last time we had heard anything from Tom Ricketts, he was telling us to enjoy this season because this, with a thinly veiled threat that this is going to be the last season we would enjoy for a while.
Well, that's because you put all your money into one player and he's cutting the budget. No.
Well, here's where I want to maybe make some distinctions between the PCA deal and those 3 White Sox deals. Number one, the Cubs can absorb $115 million, a lot more than the White Sox could absorb. I think those 3 deals were a total of $160 million. I think Moncada got 70, Lou Rob got 50, and Eloy got 43 or 45 or something. So that's actually more money between those 3, but Cubs can handle that. I don't think Jed Hoyer's going to lose his job over this the way that Rick Hahn did after those 3 deals went to shit, those 3 players, for varying reasons. The other part of it is, I mean, I don't know. If PCA doesn't pan out, I don't see that happening the same way Moncada and the 3 of them did, just because we've already seen a year of 30-30 baseball, a Gold Glove Award winner already.
Yeah, we saw that from Luis Robert too.
Not when he signed the deal in 2019. He hadn't. Well,
Moncada had just come off of the 20 plus home run, 20 steal season
in 19.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, right. He had come off of that, and
I don't remember. I thought it was later. I thought it was 21 before he did that.
No.
Oh, that was Lou Rob's big year, wasn't it? 21.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe that's not as big of a difference. So go ahead. I guess I stomped all over this. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, it's fine if it pans out. If he goes the route of what happened to the White Sox, then it's a terrible move in the end, because it goes back to the theory which I fought you on forever, but it looked like that theory held true, in that once you get paid, you don't. What are you know, unless you're a true competitor?
What's your motivation?
What's your motivation? And
I think
watching PCA and his attitude, this is not the guy I would have given the money to.
Oh, you think he's going to stop playing?
Well, we've seen him do a lot of fucking bonehead things. A lot of like missing balls in the outfield, not running plays out, running when on a fly ball when there's less than 2 outs. Like, we've seen him like believe what the PCA is.
I'm going to disagree with you.
The MVP. This is a guy you criticized over and over again. And I did
in spring training last year when he was dropping balls and not paying attention.
I
think last year's season
one season and he's getting paid is seems like it could go the same route.
Well, we definitely saw that with Yoan Moncada. I think he got paid and he started making music videos, and we kind of never heard from him again. I think I think he just was happy with the money. I don't think that's the case with Eloy or Lou Rob. I think they just got hurt and they just could not stay healthy enough to put together full seasons, which is certainly possible with PCA too, beyond, maybe worrying about that. I think my attitude towards PCA has shifted dramatically after last year, and maybe that's foolish, or maybe that's the same thinking that may have tricked Jed Hoyer and Tom Ricketts into paying him a bunch of money. The other part of this that is lower risk for the Cubs is he's not the core of their team. Those three guys were the core of the White Sox, the building core, and you were building at the time. The Cubs are built, so it's not as critical if PCA pans out or doesn't. I think there's a greater likelihood he would, but I think for those reasons, I'm not gonna kill him on this deal. I think there's a potential that it doesn't work out, but it's not gonna end the franchise and start another rebuild the way it happened to the White Sox.
Yeah, probably not. I agree with that, but I mean, I don't know why PCA panning out is any more likely than Yoan Moncada panning out, the number 1 ranked prospect in all of baseball. So, like, I'm just saying, like, it is exactly the same risk that you assess with the White Sox. So
I think it's similar, but it's not. PCA won a Gold Glove already. He hit 30 home runs and had 30 stolen bases. The base stealing and the defense does not go away. The home runs that might be an aberration. Maybe that's his greatest season. But the rest, I think I think his floor is much higher than what we saw of Moncada. So we'll debate that. Oh, this is fun. We'll debate this for all time now. We've got these parallels because we've certainly talked about these kind of deals a lot in the past. Regardless, it's a happy birthday for PCA. I guess we'll see how it goes.
All right.
Post-game show is brought to you by Christ, I can't find it. The hell with it.
One guy poured beer all over my head. The guy said, how can you take that? I said, look, that man didn't do nothing. He poured some beer on my head. He's just showing he's a White Sox fan. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Sparky, a million thanks for, as always, the most interesting interview. And now today, let's just have a lot of thrilling baseball and not so many fisticuffs.
Word Hole Media.